Hey, what's up, my Dragon Legion? How y'all been? So there, Dragoons. On this very important deck profile video on CardFight Vanguard, I just want to point out and say something real quick that this video right here may be the last time we'll do Amber Dragons again for a long time, because I am actually planning on parting with this deck right here in hopes of picking up some more cards for other Kagero decks and other Narukami decks I've been meaning to put together for a very long time. So in order to put those decks together, I'll have to sell off this deck right here in hopes of getting those cards I've been really wanting to get for quite some time now. So it's really going to be sad to get rid of this card right here, because we've had a lot of fun with this deck over the past year or so, ever since we started playing this deck right here. So without further ado, let's draw the curtains right here on this very beautiful deck right here. Let's do what may be the last time we do Amber Dragons video, one last time. Amber Dragons Kagero deck profile video. Alright, here we go. Start off with your starting Vanguard, Amber Dragon Dawn. I've tried Liz Soldier Conroe. Conroe does not really work out with Amber Dragons, shocking to say, because you really do need the daylight. You really do need to go off with daylight as much as you possibly can, so you can be able to get to your dusk and get your dusk effect and go off with your big stuff from there, etc., etc. So dusk is very important. So Dawn is very important. You kind of have to have them as your starting Vanguard. You can't really do anything with them in particular. So yeah. Alright, start out next for the trigger lineup. We have the usual 4 heal triggers. No explanation needed why that's in the deck for. Next we have the 4 crits, 4 draws, and the 4 stands right here. Now, what this lineup is here for, why this lineup is a little different compared to how I would normally play Amber Dragons, is because when it comes to Amber Dragons, now and then I will be every now and then with Amber Dragons, I don't always land the Vanguard's attack, my Vanguard's attack, and I won't be able to go off with Amber Dragon Eclipse's ability to kill my opponent's two of my opponent's rear guards. So when that happens, when my opponent does successfully guard out my Amber Dragon Eclipse's attack, I'll have the stand triggers ready for defensive maneuvers, so I can have the rear guards kill the rear guards, my opponent's rear guards instead, while still having 10,000 shield, be ready to defend myself, all that good such. And so, it just gives me good options of what to do every now and then, and be prepared to do certain things right here. So this lineup right here is pretty good right here. So that's the trigger lineup. And for the grade 1 lineup, we play the 4 Amber Dragon Daylights, your ideal grade 1 Vanguard, so you can get to your stuff a lot sooner, a lot faster, all that good such. The 4 bars, because it's a bar, the 4 Perfect Guards, and the 3 Dragon Monk Gojos right here. And that right there was the grade 1 lineup. For the grade 2 lineup, we play for Amber Dragon Dusk. You don't really have to play Max Dusk if you don't want. You can actually get away with just playing only 2 right here. I like playing 4 because now and then you're not always going to be able to get your Amber Dragon Daylight's ability to search this guy out. So when that happens, you kind of want to play with Max of him, so you can draw into your Amber Dragon Dusk and then ride your Amber Dragon Dusk on its own right there. So later on you'll then have the 1000 power that you can give to your Amber Dragon Eclipses, and just go off with your usual stuff from there. Next we play the 4 Dragon Knight Nahalims, the 2 Berserk Dragons, and a 1 tech of Wyvern Strike Tejas. Tejas is pretty good because now and then you want to be able to take out that one rear guard you don't want to deal with, even when he's a rear guard. So it's just pretty good right here. Berserk Dragon does pretty good, but he does cost 2 cards. So if you have this card instead in your hand, granted it'll cost you attack, but it won't cost you any cards in particular or anything of that such. So you can just use his ability to swing while he's being boosted, take out that one rear guard you don't want to deal with, and you can just get to your stuff a lot faster from there. That is it for the grade 2 lineup. For the grade 3 lineup, we play a tech of 3 copies Dragonic Lawkeeper. Do not worry, even if I do part with this deck right here, I'll still have a complete play set of Lawkeepers. These were just extra Lawkeepers I happen to have and happen to be able to pick up However, very luckily, which is awesome, Lawkeeper is really good because in case if you don't get your Amber Dragon clips in your hand, worst case scenario, you got Lawkeeper in your hand, use ability, counterblast only one card, bind your opponent's rear guards, then swing with everything you got right there, make your opponent use up their entire hand. Then when their turn begins, so use up their entire hand, just call some rear guards, and then by your next turn or whatever, if you survive, you can just ride Amber Dragon clips on top of Lawkeeper, and then you can just use the ability without worrying about any cards blocking you, all that such, and just kill off more rear guards from there. And that is why Lawkeeper is really good in Amber Dragon clips. And of course, to finish off this deck profile, your ideal win condition card, 4 copies of your Amber Dragon Eclipse right here. His ability is very simple, counterblast 2 cards. His ability is very simple. When he's if he's your Vanguard while you have Amber Dragon Dust in your soul, he gains 1,000 power. If he's your Vanguard, you can counterblast. He gains the following ability. You can counterblast 2 cards before you go to battle phase. If you do, he gains the following effect. If his unit attacks a Vanguard and it's a hit, you can retire 2 opponent's rear guards right there. Always really good. Helps you retain pressure on the board. Helps you get your stuff going. Force your opponent to waste your resources, and just get in there really well, really good. And all that good stuff right here. Now, for the deck itself right here, what I'm going to be doing right here is I'll either sell it to eBay or I'll sell it to any of you Dragoons who happen to be interested in this deck right here. Or if you Dragoons don't want to do money, which is fine, I can also part with this deck right here with no problem. I can do a trade off of this deck instead, but if I'm going to do a trade off of this deck right here, I want Dauntless Drive Dragons and Seal Dragon Hunger Hell Dragons, and I want Seal Dragons Rhino Crosses, just so I can complete my dope Kagero. And also, I not only want those cards, I also want certain Radicators that I want in particular. It will be a while before it will be on link before for those who want to know what I want, it's in the description of another video I've already posted not too long ago. For those who want to check that video out, or my trade binder video, the link is in the description down below. This deck right here, along with all the other cards you Dragoons saw in that video, is all up for trade, all that such. So if you Dragoons don't want to do money, that's fine. I'll do trades with this deck instead. But if I'm going to do trades with this deck right here, I want what's in the description. Only what's in the description, and nothing else more, nothing else less right there. So with that being said, say farewell to the Amber Dragons, my Dragoons, because it will be a very long time before we can start playing these guys in this deck again. Maybe in the near future, if I get everything all worked out and all that such, I'll probably pick up the Amber Dragons again, just for old time's sakes, and just so we can have the Amber Dragons back on this channel, depending on what goes down. And with that being said, let me know what you Dragoons think about this deck profile in the comment section down below, and I'll see you Dragoons around. Hope you Dragoons enjoy this video. Leave a like and favorite if you did. Hit subscribe today to become part of the Dragon Legion Alliance. And I'll see you Dragoons another day. Christian Dragoon, signing out. Peace.